Hi, and welcome to another Give Local platform tutorial. Today we are going to be talking about optional content zone types. And to find that, you're going to go to your setup, then to your fundraising page, and you would scroll down through here until you get to select a content zone type. Now, the first thing that I want to note is that there are a variety of different content zones, but there are 3 of them that are unusable for the purpose of Give Local. You will not use the challenges, the rewards, or the funds content zones. If you do have those set up, please go ahead and delete them or toggle them off so they are not viewable. Regarding toggling off and making and deleting, please feel free to do that for any of these different content zones that you will not be using to help avoid clutter on your story page. So you can also rearrange all the different content zones by clicking the 3 little lines and dragging them to the spot that you want it to appear on your story page. So you would simply click it, you would left click it, and then you would just drag it. So talking a little bit more about each content zone, the first one that I want to talk about today is the community. And community is a section that you see here that has a map. And this is a donor map that can either use pinpoints or heat colors that are determined by the zip code of your donors, and will be reflective of various gifts that are given to your organization throughout Give Local. And this can be turned on and off as you see fit. You can choose to do the world map that uses pinpoints, or you can use the US map that will use heat-based, going from light colors, meaning 0 gifts, all the way up to a dark color of your choice. And that will show where the majority of donations are coming from. You can toggle things on and off by simply clicking the toggle that says show the section and turn it back on if you do decide that you want it back on. There are various options in which you can come in here to turn on. In regards to community specifically, there is a subsection for it called Recent Donations, which is also called the Donor Segment section. And that is going to highlight each individual donation that comes through, and you have some control over what that shows. So it can show, so this is the donor card display settings, and that goes under the Recent Donations. If you would like to display the donation amount, if you would like to show the time elapsed since the donation was made, if a spouse was included in the donation, public comments, and the overall donor segment section, whether or not you want that to show at all. And it is important to note that any anonymous donors that you get will simply show up on this as anonymous, and their other information will not be shown. The See More button, and this applies to all the different content zones. A See More button simply shows a supporter all of the information, all the other information. So if you decide that you only want to have, in this case, it says 8 donors, that will show up here under most recent donations, but somebody wants to see all the donors that have come in, they will be able to go ahead and click the See More, and they will only get to view as much information as you allow. The next section that we're going to talk about is the rich text section. And the rich text section is used to separate bodies of text. You can use it to describe different organizational programs and services, or add more pictures to your story. It is essentially a free space to use as you may need. It simply has an open text editor, and you will get to come in here and edit and add whatever it is that you need to fill out more information for your supporters. To learn a little bit more about how to use this body content and editing abilities, please watch the fundraising page video for more details. The next section that I want to talk about is the embeddable media. And the embeddable media content zone allows you to display information by importing another resource onto your story page, such as Spotify, which is a music playing website. There's Google Documents and Forms, and also Vimeo, which is a video viewing platform. This allows for you to embed certain third-party contents, such as a volunteer sign-up form or a video of a performance to your story page. Please note that when it comes to embeddable media, the third-party code is not a URL. So this is not going to be a direct link like you would find on a web browser. Third-party codes are requiring a very specific code from the third party in question. And to learn more about like how to find that code and what platforms and websites you can use for this purpose of embeddable media, please look down in this video description below for a link titled Embeddable Media to learn more about how to get those codes. The next section I want to talk to you about is the story update. And similar to the other sections, there is the ability to toggle it on and off. Section title, there's a little bit of, like, you could have a subheader, which is just a little summary. You can choose how many story updates are showing. The see more, so people can see all of them. A call to action button is simply going to be the option of sending people outside of the Give Local platform or out to like maybe a volunteer sign up form link or to send them to your direct website. If you want to learn a little bit more on how to use the updates section, please feel free to see the updates video. The next one we're going to talk about is going to be heroes. And for heroes, this is going to be the different people that donate to your organization's Give Local page or have donated outside of it. And again, you can choose, similar to the community recent donations section, there is time elapsed, spouses, public comments, etc. And if you want to learn a little bit more on how to utilize the heroes section, please see the incentive video. The next section we're going to look at is going to be the Champions Leaderboard. And this is, if you want to learn more about how to utilize champions, please feel free to view the champions video to learn more about setting those up. But you can use this to help showcase active champions for your story. So if you have people who are helping promote your Give Local story and you want to let people know and share about it, you can put that here. You would get to call them. You can change the title. You can put in a summary. You would also be able to select the champions that are showcased here. So you can either have it be all champions, or you would be able to individually click what champions you would like to have showcased. And again, you can also choose the number of champions that are going to be shown as well. The last one that we're going to look at is going to be the matches. And for the matches, again, it's going to be toggle it on and off. If you have it, please only use the matches. Again, if you have matches, if you don't, toggle it off or delete it so it just doesn't take up space on your story page. You can change the title, add a summary. We do ask that you do not toggle on this, the enable matches creation to users. Do not toggle that on. Other than that, you can feel free to toggle things on and off. You can choose how many, if you have multiple matches that could apply, you can choose how many will be shown on your story page at all times. You can choose just one. You can again have a call to action, which can send people to an outside URL. To learn a little bit more on matches and how to utilize them and how to get those set up, please feel free to see the incentive video for more on that. Thank you so much. If you have any other questions about Give Local or how to use any of these content zones, please feel free to reach out to